Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator, and in this video, we're going to talk about Yellowstone, which is making headlines right now because even CNN, well, a lot of places have it out there. All entrances to Yellowstone National Park are temporarily closed due to extremely hazardous conditions, and they did, a little blurb about it, and no inbound traffic is allowed until the conditions stabilize and the park can assess damage to the roads and bridges. And it's a very serious situation throughout a lot of Montana, actually, even over to Red Lodge. And right here, this is the Livingston paper. Now, Livingston is just north of the north entrance of Yellowstone. This is the Mammoth Hot Springs at the north entrance, and the border town right there is Gardner, Montana. And if you take this road straight up about 60 miles, you get to Livingston, right out there at I-90. And historic flooding, Gardner, this town right here, right at the border, is cut off. The Carbella Bridge swept away, and this is that bridge. It swept away. That leads into Gardner, and then the you'll see the roads in the park at the north end are very, very seriously right here. It says you can't get into Gardner right now. You can't get past the Yankee Gym Canyon, and that is from Greg Coleman, the manager of Disaster Emergency Services in Park County. He said, "This is a rain on snow event that can cause severe flooding with little notice. Water levels will continue to rise, and we are expecting record flooding along the Yellowstone River." And they are already getting record flooding. This is up near Livingston right here along the Yellowstone River. A lot of rivers in Montana right now are very high due to this rain on snow event. So Yellowstone is closed. It is just it's just closed. It's very, very sad. It's very, very dangerous in there. And right now, you can almost hear John Candy. Sorry, park's closed. I don't know if I can play this video, but that's just in my head when I heard it. And there's not a lot of humor here, but we can, humor's good in any situation. But um, right here, right here inside the National Park Service.gov/Yell, that's how you get to Yellowstone. This is their official website. All entrances to the park are closed temporarily due to heavy flooding, rock slides, extremely hazardous conditions. So this is just one little section of road. We're going to see more here. But yesterday, on June 13th at 9:21 a.m., they started putting out announcements, and we'll just come up here to the announcement that this was the last one at 4:32 p.m. They put out on Flickr here. They put out on Flickr some pictures here, and you can see there, see here. That's some rock slides. That's a bridge that got washed out right there, the washed out bridge at Rescue Creek. And this says large rock slide on the north entrance road into the Gardner Canyon. But this video here, let's play this. Look at that. Look at that right there. Let's stop this again. Just look at this road right here, just to begin with. Right there. All gone. That this right here, this video that they're showing you here, this is the road that basically goes from Mammoth Hot Springs to Gardner right here. So just keep that in mind. This is that road. So yeah, you get the idea. This town right here of Gardner is basically cut off because you just saw that road from Mammoth to Gardner, which is you can't drive it. There actually is a secondary old road up here, so that's true. Nobody really uses it. It's an old dirt road, but huh, they might be using it now. So out of necessity, and then this other bridge that we saw here, um, right here. This says that this is the bridge being hammered by a raging Yellowstone River shortly before it was washed away Monday morning. So that bridge is just a little further up the road here from Gardner, maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 miles, because you can't get past from Livingston up here, you can't get past the town of Immigrant. And Immigrant's maybe 20 miles from Gardner. So Gardner right now is isolated. It's a cute little town. They do some business in the winter because the north entrance to the park right here is the only entrance that is open. This is the only road right here that's open to cars. You have to come out here to what is it? It's a Silver Star or something. Silver, it's not Silver City, it's Silver something, the name of a little town, and then you got Cook City here. They're both little outposts, but these two places right here, their only way to civilization is through this north road that's open in the park in the winter. Because if you go out the other way, if you go out this way here north, you go out over the Beartooth Pass, if you've ever heard of that. It's beautiful. It brings you down into Red Lodge, which they're having major flooding. Some houses got wiped out yesterday, and then that takes you further north to Billings. But if you go south from Cook City here, you go over the Chief Joseph Highway Pass down to Cody, Wyoming. So they're a pretty isolated place, and right now maybe they can get to down to Cody over the Chief Joseph. I'm pretty sure the Beartooth is still closed. I looked at that the other day, and they got a lot of snow over Memorial Day weekend, and they're looking to get that open. But all these little towns that border the park. Here's the five entrances. Okay, that's the northeast entrance, and these two towns, Silver Lake, Silver something, Silver Star, Silver, I don't know. In Cook City, their economy is Yellowstone and people coming over the Beartooth. Really, Gardner, they do have some winter activity because this is the only road that's open. So a lot of people go do and take day trips, and they go skiing in here, cross country skiing and whatnot. But there's some things open in the winter, but it really is a summer hub. And that's the north entrance right up here near that famous arch. And over here to the west, you have West Yellowstone. Everybody calls it West, and that's now they're primarily a summer town. They have a few businesses open in the winter, but It's limited because there's very limited snowmobiling that's allowed into the park, and you can take a snowcat ride into the park from west to come down to Old Faithful. You can stay down in the Old Faithful area, but you take like the snowcat ride in basically, and then a day or two later you take it out. And so, west is that really is their economy. Now, the south entrance to the park is right here. And when you go exit it, you go to the John D. Rockefeller Highway. It's like 30 miles, 25, 30 miles, and you go down to straight into Teton National Park. And then when you exit Teton National Park, you are right at Jackson Ski Area, and then you go into Jackson Hole. And in the winter, their economy is definitely skiing, but in the summer, it definitely is the parks, Tetons, and people are starting to intermingle. A lot of people that go to Yellowstone don't even know the Tetons are just south of it. And then the fifth entrance to the park is called the East Entrance here, and it's like 80, 90 miles out to Cody, Wyoming. And a big part of Cody's economy is the park. People coming in through the East Entrance. So, and here's the lake at the bottom. This is the grand map of Yellowstone. This is called the figure eight right here. These two big loops. It's the figure eight. So this is the northern loop and this is the southern loop. It's in some of what they talk about here. But right here, we'll take a look at what the park has to say. So at 4:30, they just said that look at the video, but at 2:15, it said that effective immediately, there will be no inbound visitor traffic at any of the 5 entrances, and stay tuned. And then at 1:16, the superintendent Cam Shawley said that all entrances are closed temporarily due to heavy flooding, rockslides, extremely hazardous conditions. He said, due to record flooding events in the park and more precipitation in the forecast, we have made the decision to close Yellowstone at all inbound visitation. Our first priority has been to evacuate the northern section of the park where we have seen multiple road and bridge failures, mudslides, and other issues. The community of Gardner is currently isolated. We are working with the county and state of Montana to provide necessary support to residents who are currently without water and power in some areas. Due to predictions of higher flood levels in the area of the park's southern loop. In addition to concerns with water and wastewater systems, we will begin to move visitors in the southern loop out of the park later today in coordination with our park business partners. We will not know the timing of the park's reopening until floodwaters subside and we are able to assess the damage throughout the park. It is likely that the northern loop will be closed for a substantial amount of time. I appreciate the efforts of the Yellowstone team and the partners to safely evacuate areas of the park and our Gateway community partners who are helping us through this major event. We appreciate the support offered by the Department of the Interior, who runs parks, and the National Park Service and Montana and Wyoming governors. So just a very serious situation there. And yeah, sorry guys, parks closed, and a lot of towns are hurting. Now this is, the northern section right here, but out here this is called the Lamar Valley. There's definitely a lot of there's a lot of water everywhere all over Yellowstone. So there's hazardous conditions. I read some things about the Lamar Valley in terms of damage from this event, but they're evacuating people from everywhere. So, and anybody that was, staying in the park, and these people, they make their reservations so far in advance, and this park this summer. I just Gardner is just cut off. I don't see any business for Gardner this summer. I mean, what we're 2.5 weeks away from the 4th of July, so this is a very serious situation out here. There's a lot of places, as I say, over the Beartooth Pass here, when you get down into Red Lodge, houses got wiped out yesterday. Up here, when you come out the west entrance, you go north up to Big Sky, is about here, and then you go to Bozeman and the river, the Gallatin, outside of the park here, it's just raging, and a lot of rivers in Montana are very dangerous right now, and definitely Yellowstone is gets headlines a lot, not for reasons like this, but some very, very serious conditions going on in Yellowstone right now. So yeah, a lot of people that were planning trips there this summer may not get to. I mean, look at that. This water is just so full of dirt and road and debris and logs and I mean, look at all these logs that came down with it. It's all these bridges that get wiped out. They're being pushed by debris. Look, that's just it's very serious out there in Yellowstone right now, people. So this is just Earth in action. And floods happen, and they can turn devastating, and they can ruin economies in overnight, as is happening right here, right now. So stay tuned, people.